We mentioned how number 1 in German is eins.
Eins.
And we get the words for a out of that as well, ein and eine. Number 2 in German is zwei.
Zwei.
Zwei is spelled Z-W-E-I. We've already seen how the Z in German is pronounced ts. We will find the English T turning into a German Z, and this is what we see in two, which is of course spelled T-W-O in English, and zwei in German. We have the Z like TS, we have the W like a V, and then we have that EI giving us I, zwei. So this is two, like the number 2 in German. But if you wanted to say two, like in order to, like the two that we use in too quiet, too warm, then you could look at the spelling in English and change that T over to a Z.
Zu.
Zu in German, Z-U.
Zu.
And the U is long, zu.
Zu.
What was the word for is in German?
Ist.
Ist. And it is?
It ist.
What is the word for it? I want it.
Es.
Yes, it doesn't change. It's the same it.
Oh.
So, it is?
Es ist.
It is warm. And warm is the same word in German as it is in English. So, it is warm.
Es ist warm. Warm.
When I say it's the same word, you still have to Germanify it a little bit, no? Think of how it's written.
Warm.
Ah, perfect. Es ist warm. Perfect. It is too warm.
Es ist zu warm.
Es ist zu warm. To say warmer, we say wärmer.
Wärmer.
This is because adding the ER, very often we'll add an umlaut, we'll add 2 dots. So if we have warm, when we add on that ER, the A is going to take on 2 little dots. Wärmer. That's part of the change that comes with ER. Now, we haven't noticed this yet because, of course, we couldn't do this before with, for example, spät and später, because spät is spelled A with 2 dots. It already has them there. So when we say später, we have no change. But with warm, we have W-A-R-M. And when we add on the ER to say warmer, that will add 2 dots over that A. So, it is warmer.
Es ist wärmer.
Es ist wärmer. So we can't add an umlaut. We can't add those 2 dots to any vowel, no? We can't add it to an E because those 2 dots give us the quality of an E. We're not going to add the quality of an E to an E, no? We can't add it to an I because an I already has a dot. So, as in Kind and Kinder, we don't have any change in that I of Kind. But we can add it to an O. So this takes us from O to like in bird, like in können. We can add it to an U. This takes us from the U sound of ich muss to the U sound of über, müssen. And we can add it to an A, which takes us from the A sound of das to the E sound of spät, from warm to wärmer. So this is something we will have to think about when we're adding on our ER, either like in warm, warmer, warm, wärmer, or as a plural. What was the word for big? You remember the word for big?
Groß.
Groß. How would you say this is too big? What was the word for this? Or
Das.
that? Das. This is too big.
Das ist so groß.
Das ist so groß sounds like this is so big. But if you want to,
Zu.
zu. Make that vowel longer, zu.
Zu.
The U in German is a long sound like food, no? Like the double O in food, unless we have a double consonant afterwards, shortening it, no? Like in muss. But generally it's a long vowel like in zu. Das ist zu groß. This is so big.
Das ist so groß.
Good. So the S sounds like a Z. Das ist so groß. How would you say this is bigger? This is bigger.
Das ist grosser.
So I can hear that you're trying to put the two dots, but I think it's good to take time to import this sound to make sure you're getting the right sound. So where can you look to get the O umlaut, the O with the two dots?
Können.
Okay, so können.
Können. Grosser.
Good. Das ist größer. Good. Cold is kalt. K-A-L-T.
Kalt.
How would you say it is cold?
Es ist kalt.
Es ist kalt. It is colder. It is colder.
Es ist colder.
So you're making a change, but you're not really in control of this change. I can hear that you know that putting that ER changes the vowel before. What we need to do is to think, what vowel do we have in kalt?
A.
An A. So that's where we're going to put our umlaut, our two dots. So how is that A with two dots on it going to sound?
Ö.
There is a word that's very common for you that has an A with two dots. You should go back there. You should take the time to go back there and to find the pronunciation. You're not going to have to do this many times, but to insist and to do it is going to give you a lot of confidence. What's the word for late?
Spät.
Spät. And how's it spelled?
S-P-A-T.
And what does the A have?
Two dots.
Yes, no, it's spät. So we can look back at spät whenever we find ourselves with an A with two dots over it to import the sound over. So tell me it is colder.
Es ist kälter.
Good. Es ist kälter. So kalt becomes kälter. How would you say it is too cold?
Es ist zu kalt.
Es ist zu kalt.